Hi there, welcome to FinTalk with Em. Good to see you if you're new here and welcome back if you're returning. Today I'll be sharing with you my top mutual fund picks for 2023. This list has been curated carefully after consulting with some of the seasoned investors in my community, backed by some thorough research by myself. I will be displaying some graphs and stats throughout the video, and in the end, I'll provide you with a list of all the funds that I've discussed with some high-level information so you can take a snapshot. So make sure you stick till the end. Before I begin, I would like to caveat that these recommendations are best suited for investors with a risk tolerance of medium to high and an investment goal of mid to long term. Remember, equity is a non-linear product requiring you to stay invested for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. The first up is Quant Midcap Growth Direct Plan. Sorry, just a quick note before that. Equity mutual fund schemes tend to invest predominantly in stocks and shares of companies, hence the name equity. So back to the chart now. After a fairly impressive performance in 2022, almost a topper in a sector with 19.9% returns, as you can see here, this fund has a lot of headroom to cover in 2023. It has a modest AUM of rupees 1200 crores and has a 5-star CRISIL ranking. A moderately low ER of 0.63% makes it a very cost-effective investment option. Now let's take a quick look at the holdings. All these sectors are expected to fare well in 2023 as per my research. Now going by the industry exposure here, one can expect this fund to return anywhere between 16 to 19%, if not more, this year. Next up is ICICI Prudential Infrastructure Growth Direct Plan. But before we analyze this fund, here are some facts. With over 1,500 infra projects worth rupees 26.7 trillion in the pipeline, 2023 can be seen as an above average year for infra sector in India. Besides, this is the penultimate year before national elections in 2024, an opportunity for governments to ostinate and show off and all of that. So what better than infra related projects, right? As for this fund, it has a modest AUM of 2200 crores and has a 4-star CRISIL ranking. While the ER is tad higher than most funds in this sector, it should be noted that this fund has generated a whopping 31.1% just in the last year. Highest in its sector, and with infra sector in the limelight this year, it's safe to say that this fund is primed for another run in 2023. 3 is another infra fund, Quant Infrastructure Growth Direct Plan. This fund hasn't performed as well as ICICI fund in the same sector. However, with this sector poised to gain momentum, this shows some promise. So you can expect somewhere in the region of 13 to 19% this year. Number 4 on my list is a PSU fund, Aditya Birla Sun Life PSU Equity Growth Direct Plan. With lesser toxic assets on books and cleaner balance sheet, India's public sector banks have made a stellar comeback in 2022. My research suggests that the momentum is likely to continue into this year, and PSU banks look particularly bullish for 2023 with strong cyclical tailwinds. So this fund could get you a decent return this year. The last on my list is a small cap fund. It's called Quant Small Cap Growth Direct Plan. This fund has had a series of bull runs in the last few years, particularly during pandemic. As you can see, the 3-year average return performance is at 54.8%. Just a caveat though, this might not be for the faint-hearted. But if you're feeling particularly brave and want to adopt an aggressive approach, you can invest small with an aim to re-evaluate on a regular basis to see how the fund is performing. Small cap funds in general don't always have a great reputation, but they are capable of generating significant alpha and outperforming the market if you know how to pick the right fund. My research suggests that small caps are poised for a decent run in 2023. So you could look to invest in this fund, but make sure you go small. And as promised, Here's a list of all the funds with some high-level information such as risk ratios relative to the market as well as tax treatment for ease of reference. And there you have it, my top equity mutual fund picks. Always do your due diligence and invest wisely. Take care until next time.